Hey everybody, it's Matthew. Welcome back to the channel. Today we got something fun. Today we're gonna learn the Damn That River solo from the Alice in Chains song of the same name, of course, Jerry Cantrell on this one. This is a very high gain song, so I've got tons of gain right now dialed up on my amp sim here. So hopefully that will give us a approximated tone. We're not gonna quite get there because obviously he's gonna have a real amp in the room cranked to heck with a unmanageable amount of gain. Quite frankly, with how it sounds on the track, it's a really insane amount of gain, honestly. So we might not quite get to the tone today, but we're close enough that it's definitely usable. This is a pretty fast-paced track, you know. Not a ton of Alice in Chains songs are necessarily like that, but a lot of their early songs are, so this fits the bill quite well. This is a pretty standard rock style solo with some metal ornamentation, of course, because Jerry is just into that. This solo is a pretty tactile thing. It's a lot about feel because Jerry does a lot of not picking things, a lot of vibrato and a lot of bending in spots to make the sounds in it. So let's get right into this one here. Of course, I got a little bit of the noise gate on this just so when the volume is turned off it's not going crazy, but I will try to cut out the noise where I can with this. I did keep the noise a little bit just because that's how it sounds on the track. It's very noisy, so we're keeping that, so we'll turn that up here. If I don't play anything, it shouldn't make too much noise. Anyway, so this is going to open up with this little chromatic walk up here, starting on the 5th fret of the D string. I am going to talk about this in standard, but of course the main tuning for this song is the drop C sharp that we talked about. And so besides this drop string here, the rest of your strings are going to be as if you were in E flat. So keep that in mind as I do this. I'm just going to talk about it as if it's in standard because that's easier to think about. So we're going to go 5th fret D here and walk up on these 3 notes on the 5th, 6th, and 7th fret. Just like that. And then we're going to go to a double stop on the 5th fret of the G in the B string. And we're going to play, after that, we're going to play this little funky hammer-on thing here on the 5th and 7th fret of the G, and we're going to go like this. Just like that. And I think when Jerry does this though, he plays another double stop at that spot, you know, so you would have this. So like that, instead of just doing the single 5th fret the second time, you would do the double stop again. So you would get this in slow speed here. So we would have that first opening lick there, very easy, and after we do that, we go into these bends here, these double stop bends to give us this octave sound. So 7th fret of the G and 5th fret of the B, and you're going to bend the 7th fret up a full bend to this note. So yeah, do that bend, and then we would go, then we start moving it. And then I believe we go to this one, and then it's chromatic after that. Actually, I think it's chromatic here on the 9th and 7th fret, then the 10th and 8th fret, and then you go a full one to the 12th and 10th here. So it would be like this. So just like that, that's pretty simple. So we go back to here, and our lick is going to be this. And those are going to be octave bends every time there. So you might have to practice that to get that to speed, to get it right. So you have that lick, and then we have this big bend here on the 13th fret of the B string. And there's a little bit of vibrato on this right at the top here. Sometimes I have a little bit of trouble getting that vibrato at all the way at the top of a bend, so you might need to practice that one a little bit. You might have to bend it a little bit extra there. And it's not a flat vibrato there, you really do want to get it up here. I think Jerry really wails on this, so he probably goes pretty nuts on this. So like that, and then we go to the next lick here, which is going to start with a double stop here on the 12th fret of the G and the B, and we're going to bend that up a little bit. When we do that, we're going to do that twice. So it is a pretty much a full bend. Actually, it's not a half bend, so you want to really make sure you're giving that some power there when you do it, so you get the right sound. So after we do that, we would do that. We would lift off of this to get that 10th fret to sound out a little bit. You do not pick this. Some tabs will say you do this bend and then you do this. That is not it. That is not what Jerry does. He is going to bend this up, lift off of that immediately to there, and then he's going to pick this 12th fret on the D string here, and then go back to a double stop on this time on the 10th fret of the G and the B. So we're going to have this completed lick here. Just like that. And then you end it with that 12th fret on the D again. And then we start off another walk down here on the 10th fret. We're going to play that, go to the 12th, then come back to the 10th. And then we're going to walk down after that, like this. So that lick is going to be like this. So you have that lick there, and then we go 12th fret D, 10th fret D, 12th fret A, 11th fret A, 10th fret A. And then you might want to do it this way so you can prepare for that bend. So use your third finger up here and just move it. So it'd be like this. And then he's going to bend that up and then hit it again with some vibrato. And then there's some debate as to what this next part is, but what I like after we've done that is I like to go to the 8th fret here and then do this little move here when we slide up to the 10th fret. We play it a few times, 12th fret, 10th fret, back to this, and then we repeat that again. So that would be like this. So we have that little bit there like I just showed here. Then you do that, and then instead of going to the 8th, after we go back to this 10th here the second time, we're going to go all the way down to the 5th fret of this A. And I think that's what I hear going on. That's what I prefer to do. Now, it may not be like that. Jerry may do it differently, but this just sounds good, and this feels good to do, so this is what I go with. If we put together the bit we've just done here, because this is all one big connected thing, so we're going to have this here like we did after that bend on the 13th fret I talked about. We're going to do this slow speed. So there's that part, and then we're going to go to this fun little lick here, which is just going between this 3rd fret of the A and the 5th fret, and it's going to be really simple, this pattern here. So as we got one here, one strike on the 3rd fret. We're going to play the 5th fret twice in between there like this. And then we're going to do a similar lick right after that on the same here. We're just going to play this 5th fret more. So we're going to play that 3 times there, so it should be like this. Just like that. And then we're going to move on to near the end here. This last lick, and we're going to bend the 7th fret of the G all the way to a full bend. So that this guy, we're going to do this twice. And then you're going to do another one with some vibrato on it. Which is kind of a pull it up while vibratoing. This is a tough kind of bend to do. So this is probably the hardest thing here to get the sound right. So this is some insane vibrato. And then what I think I hear Jerry doing here is after he's done those 3 bends and the last one with the vibrato, like I said. See, like I said, that's a really hard technique to get right. So you might just want to go all the way up and vibrato it at the top instead of trying to do that weird kind of wailing thing. So you might want to do that. And then what I think I hear is he plays this 5th fret here real quick and then hammers it back on and vibratos this. So that's what I think I hear here, but that may not be correct. And then he's going to end with bending that all the way up and walking down from the 7th fret to the 5th fret to the 7th fret of the D here, and then we're going to walk out 5, 3, open, or just play this here if you don't want it to ring out, which it doesn't, so maybe just play this 5th fret on the A instead of playing the open D, so it would end like this. So he does hang on this 7th fret here, the D, a little bit longer than the rest of the notes in that little bit of a walk down there. Now I do hear some kind of walk down there after the 7th fret, and it is unclear as to what that exactly is, just given the noise and the way it transitions back into the verse riff of the song after that. So he could walk it down like this. It may just be like that, or it may be this full one here. And I mean, you really could do either or. They will both fit with what we're doing here, because remember, that would just be walking down from our beginning lick and then going out, which is cool, or just staying in key and going down the pentatonic there like that. So putting that entire thing together, so we would get this in slow speed here. And there it is. I chose the alternate walk down there just for fun. I did play this at full speed here, this little lick up here. Oops. That one's just how it goes on my fingers, and I'm really used to doing that, so that's kind of how it came out. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little video here about the Damn That River solo. Go ahead and play it for yourself. Remember to get that fat gain on this, because you're really going to need it. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you did. Don't forget to click the bell to know when a new video is going to come out. And I will see you guys next time for another video. Have a good one.